Hi, you guys. Okay, I got cut off of my last live because I don't know why, but I'm back. So I'll start off the story, and you guys will probably just watch this after it's been live. So my first in high end makeup story. Okay, I was in high school. Hi, Tova. I was in high school in I want to say 10th or 11th grade. Can't remember. Um, one of those grades, and I was working full time. I had a full time job and I was in high school. Anyway, so I had a pretty big paycheck. I worked full time at McDonald's when I was in high school, you guys. And I made a lot of money for a high school student. So I had like just ridiculous money as a 16-year-old. And I started wanting high-end makeup. So the high school that I went to was like really in a nice area. So all the kids were rich. Most of the kids were really rich. And they would come to what? Hold on. This is my okay. In order to kind of fit in at that school, you had to have high-end product. Okay. Are y'all still here? So it was kind of a thing where if you didn't have certain things, you were not considered, equal or whatever. You know how it is in high school. So all the little girls had Clinique makeup. They had Clinique makeup. Their skincare was Clinique. It was all about the Clinique. And then the middle class chicks, they had top of the line drugstore cosmetics. But me, I had a full-time job and I was gonna like go all the way to the top. I was gonna surpass them all. I had to go to the department store and get some Chanel. Okay. So I went and bought some Chanel nail polish, the Vamp. Y'all remember the Vamp from the 90s, that dark color? So I went and bought Vamp. And I was like, oh. Then I bought Chanel lipstick and Chanel perfume. I was like, I'm skipping Clinique. I'm going straight for the Chanel. So after I started buying high-end makeup, I got hooked. And in high school, I did buy Clinique as well, but it just didn't match my skin tone right because I didn't have the right colors back then. So I was looking ashy. So I bought like the lipsticks and the mascaras, and then I went to Chanel to buy the lipsticks and the nail polish, and then I went to, y'all remember Prescriptives? I went to Prescriptives to buy because they were the first ones to match your skin tone and make your own special bottle. So I went to Prescriptives to get my own foundation made. So with my little McDonald's paycheck, I had a really nice high-end makeup collection in high school. And I actually started going to the really nice part of town to buy my makeup because they didn't have certain brands where I was. So I had to go to Galleria to get like Stila because they didn't have Sephora back then. You had to go to the department stores, and each department store had a section, like a little booth. So Stila had a little booth. And the first time I ever tried Stila, I think it was like some type of cream eyeshadow, and it came in this really old palette that I probably still have somewhere. And it came in a palette, and it had a highlighter in it, like a cream highlighter, before highlighter was even a thing, but they were using it as eyeshadow. So basically, they didn't have Sephora. They just came out with Ulta like the year after I graduated, I think. And it wasn't like the Ulta now was more like a drugstore with a few high-end brands. Okay, so then MAC came. So I started buying MAC. But the journey in high-end makeup, came from humble beginnings, drugstore, I mean, not drugstores, but department stores. You had to go to the department store and go from counter to counter. And like, you really couldn't just be free like you could in Sephora, because the lady that was there would always like, can I help you with something? Would you like to, they really was working, so it's kind of hard to kind of just sit there and play in the makeup. And they pressure you to buy stuff you don't even like. So that's why I like, stores like Sephora and Ulta now, because they don't pressure you to buy stuff like they used to do in the 90s. And you end up coming home with colors you don't even like because they told you it looked nice on you. And you were just like, oh, okay. You coming home with purple eyeshadow and green eyeshadow and a color lipstick that you hate because you were pressured into buying some crap. So love that Sephora and Ulta came out. Okay. So after I finished high school, I could not afford to buy the expensive brands anymore. So I had to switch to drugstore brands again. And the reason I couldn't afford to buy expensive product anymore is because I had a more expensive car. And I was paying a car note on a more expensive car. So it was either my makeup or my car. And I'm like, shoot, it was a convertible. And it was a sports car. So I'm like, I need this car. I will wear Revlon and Maybelline and look just as good as I did in Chanel. Okay. But I'm going to look better in this convertible. Okay. So I sacrificed wearing high-end makeup for like 2 years so that I had a nice car. And during those 2 years, I rediscovered drugstore makeup and how you can make it look really good. Still. Yeah. So my favorite drugstore brands were back then, like we weren't conscious back then. Like we didn't care about it. Like most people weren't into the animal cruelty stuff and the vegan stuff. That was unheard of. Okay. If it was on a supermodel, you had to have it. Okay. This was the 90s. So L'Oreal and Revlon were like the high-end drugstore brands, the higher up drugstore brands that you would get if you just had to shop in drugstore. Okay. So I had like most of the Revlon lipsticks. I had the Revlon Color Stay. Y'all remember that? Things like that. Anyway. So are y'all still here with me? So then, after I got a better job, I could afford both. And I went back to start buying high-end makeup. It was MAC. I went straight to the MAC store and bought that. Powder foundation. And what else did I get from MAC? I would get the powder foundation and the lip gloss. That pink, I forgot the name of it, but it's like that pink, really pretty lip gloss. That's what I used to buy. And I bought like one eyeshadow. And I used to love to go to the MAC counter because it was more professional, like as far as makeup was concerned. And they would do your makeup and they did the makeup better than, the little old lady behind the perfume counter. So I was excited about makeup again. And I had them do my makeup one day. And it was okay. It didn't look as good as I wanted it to look. They didn't do my eyebrows right. So I bought the products anyway. and I was happy with them, and I did my own way, which turned out better. So anyway, I still really couldn't buy high-end makeup like I wanted to because I did have car insurance, and credit card bills now because I had to shop too, right? So I had like about 3 credit card bills from like clothing stores. I had car note. I had like insurance, cell phone. So I really couldn't afford the high-end makeup. So I had to start wearing super cheap makeup, okay? So I started wearing like Wet n Wild. And back then when it was 99 cents, okay? This is back when the lipstick was 99 cents. So I started wearing like the Wet n Wild lipsticks and the CoverGirl powder. Yes, I had to go super cheap because I was trying to look cute. And so I was buying high-end clothes now and wearing cheap makeup. So, you know, pick a struggle, right? I mean, then finally, after I got a really good job in the funeral industry, I could afford both. So I could afford both finally. And by then they had Ulta, how it is now. So I would just go in there and clean up. I think Urban Decay and Benefit were really the big brands back then in the Ulta store. So I would buy Urban Decay. I don't have a hair thing. Oh yeah, okay. I would buy Urban Decay, Stilla, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, bareMinerals. I started wearing bareMinerals because y'all know it was on all the infomercials. And I started wearing the bareMinerals foundation, and it made my skin so pretty and flawless. People would just come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, your skin!" I was like, that was before they had highlighter. Y'all remember the bareMinerals? That was before people really had highlighters and contours. bareMinerals had came out with a system like that. They give you the glow and the candlelight, and you know the mineral powder, so you had that ethereal glow. So people would be like, "Oh my God, what makeup do you use? Oh my God," you know, and I'd be like, "I don't have on makeup." And the thing was that sold me is, "Oh, you can sleep in it. It's good for your skin." So y'all know I was out partying all night when I was young. So I just go home, go to sleep, and don't have to worry about washing it off. The candlelight was like this like highlighter that came with bareMinerals in the old days. I don't know. So I wore that as my foundation, and they had like the concealer that came with a little concealer brush, and it worked so good. But then as I got older, I needed real coverage. I mean, it did cover, but like throughout the day, it would wear off a little bit, and it wasn't as flawless as foundation is. So I switched back to regular foundation, maybe like 5, 6, 7 years ago. I switched back to regular foundation, and because I needed more coverage. I think the first foundation I bought after using mineral powder makeup forever it wasn't MAC. What was it? Oh my God, I can't remember. I have to brush my teeth. Oh, I'll be done in a second. I can't even remember. Go play, Sasha. I can't even remember the name of the foundation. I can't. That's how long ago it was. Gosh. I wish I remembered. But anyway, oh, I remember what it was. I think, hold on. Ugh, no, see, it just left me again. I don't remember what it was. I literally don't. What did I start wearing after? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. How do I keep my skin from getting oily throughout the day? I use a like a blotting powder or actually my skin doesn't get oily throughout the day anymore, barely, because I'm old. But when it used to get oily, I would keep like pressed translucent powder in my purse and like a paper towel, and I would blot first and then pat on some foundation. It doesn't do that anymore, especially like some makeups are good for oily skin. So you have to figure out which one is. Like this Lancome one is really good for oily skin, and also the Fenty, I think. It doesn't produce extra oil. So a mattifying primer, a matte foundation. You set it with powder and then you blot. Mm-hmm. Yes, but I can't remember the foundation that brought me back to foundation, but it had to be something good. I really can't even remember. Oh my gosh. What was it? Okay, I can think back. Hold on. I remember where I was. Mm-hmm. I'm going to remember. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a cream. It was a cream foundation, like that came in a compact, and it was a cream foundation. That's the one I first tried. But I don't remember what it was. And then I switched back to liquid, and the liquid that I switched to was darn it. It was a drugstore brand. It was the Fit Me by Maybelline. The Fit Me drugstore brand is when I first started wearing liquid foundation again. Yes. So that was what brought me back. And then after Fit Me, I purchased. What did I start? I started getting Born This Way by Too Faced. After the Fit Me. So I got this. This was my first high-end liquid foundation after switching back from drugstore liquid foundation. Okay. And this one is still my favorite because it makes you look younger. My favorite still. I like all the other kinds too, and I use Lancome today. But this gives more coverage, I think, and it just makes you look more flawless. Now I'm putting on my peach blur. This is supposed to like just give you a filtered look, like if you were to put a filter on your camera. And it just kind of hides whatever. It's good for when you take photos or be on camera, but I like how it makes my skin look. There. So that was my story time on high-end makeup and drugstore makeup and the struggles of a young woman trying to have a car, a nice wardrobe, and makeup until I figured out how to get men to buy it for me. Duh. Not gonna have it all. Just ask somebody. I could have had all of that stuff at the same time. What was I thinking? Thank you. So, Yes. I learned that quick in my early 20s, you guys. Just ask. So there's no reason to struggle. Ask. Ask for money. Like if you're dating somebody and they say, do you need anything? Yeah, I need some makeup. Let's go. Let's go to Sephora. Um, who has a palette? Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all are talking to each other. Yeah. I see guys at Sephora buying gifts for their girlfriends all the time. Makeup palettes. I'm like, what you? That's so sweet. I think it's nice when a man will go out of his way into a makeup store to buy a palette, knowing that he's uncomfortable because she wants it. I would just order it online, have Amazon Prime, you know. But men are last minute shoppers, so what do you expect? It's probably her birthday the day before. Shoot. So I hope you guys like my story time, and maybe I'll do more of the story times. The struggle was real. How about that? Which is not anymore. My husband does that for you. Oh, that's sweet. Your mom buys makeup but doesn't use it because she feels like she doesn't have to wear makeup. Well, if she keep buying it, that means it's for you. If she don't use it and she keeps buying it, it's your makeup. Let me want to come in or something. What are you trying to do? Y'all have on my t-shirt today. It says above average. Funny, huh? I'm not gonna do too much makeup today. I'm trying to look not so done up. Trying to look like I woke up like this. Not gonna do any eyeliner today. Layla's lucky though. Like when Layla gets to junior high next year, well, this year, she's going to 6th grade. She'll have all the high-end makeup she can ever dream of. She just has to come in this drawer and take it. Or use it. Or ask me if she can have it. Because I have so much now. Layla, you get to start off where I did not have. Like, do you realize I had to wear 99-cent lipstick?
Ooh. And now you're up to $2.
Or get it from someone else, like my sister, like Nene, yeah.
Hey, kitty boo. She's behind you.
Mm-hmm. You get nice purses too. You can wear my nice purses. You don't have to feel like your plastic Walmart purse is not good enough.
Plastic Walmart purse.
If you had one.
Did you have one?
I probably did, and then I upgraded myself to
a better plastic.
Oh no! Back then, in junior high, it was all about that. What was that purse? Liz Claiborne back in the 90s. Oh my God, that little triangle. Then when I got to high school, it was about the Dooney and Burke or the Louis Vuitton. Now I'm sure it's like Louis Vuitton.
This thing barely fits my head.
You got a big head.
Not barely, but it's like too big for my head almost.
Oh, it's too big? Oh.
I doubt Sasha could wear it.
Oh, Sasha can't wear it because her head is a little baby head. The Liz Claiborne and the Guess. Yes. Now those brands are like, no thanks.
Outcasted.
They won't even sell them at Ross.
The only place where they sell Guess bags is at Guess.
Guess is okay. I think Guess is better. Guess is okay in foreign countries.
I have to guess.
But in America, it's like
Yeah.
not all that anymore. Unless, you're in elementary school, then it's okay. Thank you. I'll do a video later on my Shooter 7 channel, or I might take my laptop with me and find a place to stream live while we're out, because we gotta go somewhere. Yeah. You still buy Dooney? I'm like iffy about Dooney because I don't know which one I would want. I don't know if it's. But I sure would. I would rather buy Dooney than Michael Kors. I'll say that. I would buy Dooney purse before a Michael Kors. I would buy a Dooney before I'd buy a Coach. I'll say that. It's only because you don't see too many people wearing Coach anymore. But Dooney is a classic. Like it made a little comeback, And down here in Texas, they have the Dooneys with the football team logos on them, but I don't even like sports. So I would just get a really nice leather Dooney just for the leather. So I think I'm really picky about purses. Like right now, I'm carrying a Tory Burch purse, a black leather Tory Burch. I think I like that right now. I want more Tory Burch purses. Where did I learn to do my makeup?
It's 12:26.
Yeah, we got an hour. You know what? I started first doing my makeup in junior high school. And then high school during the 90s. And I kind of just copied whatever the trend was at that time. But the trend back then was the liquid black eyeliner, the brown eyeshadow, the nude lips. There was no contouring. There was no highlighter. There was not a lot of color in the face. So mainly focus was on the eyes. So you do your liner, or you concentrate, and then they started messing with eyebrows, shaving them off and drawing them back on. So yes, I shaved my eyebrows once. They never grew back the same, which is why I'm doing this now. And started drawing in my eyebrows, but we didn't have this good product. We just had eyeliner. Yes, the Cholo makeup. Yes, that's what exactly. Somebody said I look like Selena in one of my pictures because I shaved my brows and drew them back in with black. Anyway, so yeah, it would smudge. You would have to keep it in your purse and keep putting it back on. You would use it for this, and then you put your lip liner on. It was the lip. Yeah. If you were really ratchet, your brow, eyeliner, and lip liner were the same. And it was about this little because you sharpened it that small. Y'all remember that? What? These automatic twist ups were very rare. Everything was pencil. You had to sharpen it. You had the little nub with the little clear top on it, hanging on for dear life. And if you lost it, you was out of luck. You had to go to the Wet n Wild section and buy another one for 99 cents or 88 cents. I don't know. It was cheap back then. Might even been 73 cents. Y'all. I'm reminiscing, you guys. It's hilarious. So, yes, you were fancy if you had separate eyeliner and eyebrow pencil. You were fancy if you had, if your lip liner really was lip liner and not eyeliner. Anyway, Layla's laughing at me. But that was the struggle back then. That was the makeup struggles. Y'all remember when they used to wear the black lip liner with the silver lipstick, or the brown with the gold in the middle, or the copper lipstick with the dark brown around it? How did you achieve that wet hair look on your wig? I wet the wig. I washed it and let it air dry. Yeah. I was guilty of the nude lipstick with the brown liner. I couldn't do the copper. I was too young for that. That's for the older ladies. That's for auntie. So I wasn't an auntie back then like I am now. So I went for the nude. So I would have like a nude color and a dark brown liner. Looking crazy. You too? Oh, and my makeup bag. Oh my gosh. Y'all remember the where am I? I can't find what I'm looking for. Layla, help me. Anyway. My phone is going off. So I had you carried all your makeup with you at all times back in the 90s. You carried everything. Okay. You carried your powder and your lipstick in your pocket if you wore jeans at all times, because you had to reapply because they didn't have that matte 24-hour non-transfer lipstick. Every time you took a bite of whatever you was eating, you got it, because it was so waxy and creamy, come right off. You had the little round compact in your pocket, and all the letters and the name brand had worn off of it. And it was just like a bare. Remember they had that fancy Revlon one? You knew it was Revlon because it was kind of square with the black and gold on it. So you thought you was fancy. You had the Revlon square color stay. You took it out like, I'm extra. I'm Revlon. And you had to push the little button and it would pop open. That was my favorite. That Revlon black compact with the button that you just popped open. That was fancy. Like, oh. I used the black Maybelline eyeliner. I lit it with that. Oh, okay. That green marble design, like Zest soap. Oh, I had that one. That CoverGirl. Yes, I had that one and the brown one, and then the black one for the translucent powder. I thought I was fancy. Oh, and my friend worked at the drugstore, and I worked at McDonald's, so we had a little scam going, a little deal. Okay, you drive through the drive-through, I'll give you free food. When I come to Eckerd's, you know, remember Eckerd's? When I come to Eckerd's, you giving me every other item free or your employee discount. Everybody had a job, and everybody had a scam to each job, and you made friends with people with certain jobs, even if you know you didn't talk to them in school. Y'all was cool after school at the job because they could get free food and you can get free makeup. That's how it was. You were a baby in the 90s? Oh, I'm so sorry you can't relate. Oh, well, it was horrible. The makeup was horrible. I mean, it was good, but it was a horror story compared to what it is now. Makeup has gotten so much better. You're lucky. Okay? So be thankful that you did not have to live through the 90s makeup. Okay, I'm gonna do, should I do this red color or this pinkish red color? Match my nail. Yes, it was harsh. He was born in 2004. Oh my gosh, how old are y'all? Y'all are youngsters. Oh, how sweet. You know what I was doing in 2004? What was I doing, Layla? Oh, you weren't born. I was dating. I was dating a daddy. Being a gold digger. Living in high-rise apartments downtown. Riding around in limos. Going on vacation. Trips. That's what I was doing in the early 2000s. Hanging out. Mm-hmm. Getting your daddy to spend money. But we were living in a really nice apartment. It wasn't an apartment. It was a high-rise in the Galleria area of Houston, which is a really nice area. It had a concierge. It had free breakfast. It wasn't a hotel, but it was like a really nice build. Like, you know, those kind in New York where they have the doorman and the concierge and like the parking. They even have valet if you didn't want to park your own car. So since we didn't have any kids, that's how me and James were living in the early 2000s. Go out every night, dress up to the T, just like we were famous, but we weren't. He would go to work, I would stay home and sleep in, and then I start getting dressed and ready because I know he want to go out afterward. And then we'd go out and we'd have fun. We'd go to like 4 different places a night, you know, switch. So that's what I was doing in 2004. Oh. Then Layla came. You're only a few years older than my daughter then. Hey. She's 3 years older than you. You're 3 years older than my daughter. So I guess I'm done. I don't want to do too much on the eyes because this lip is a little powerful. Plus, I don't know where I'm going after I, run my errand, so I don't want to do too much. Thank you. I'm trying to stay simple because I have on like this boho outfit and I don't want to be too much makeup. I could have gone more on the eyeshadow, but I don't want to be extra today. I might put some more on before I do my videos later, or maybe not. So I'm gonna go into this trophy wife though for sure. So the building. No. Then we lived downtown. Yeah, then we lived downtown in a really nice high rise too. That also had valet. And it had a pool on the rooftop. So we threw a Halloween party, a costume party on the roof. It was so fun. I was Morticia Adams. And it was fun. Anyway, we had a DJ and all that. It was really nice. Rooftop party. That's why I always tell women, don't rush to get married. Don't rush to have kids. Enjoy your life. Because once you're married and you have kids, or once you have kids, a lot of the stuff that you could do then, it's hard for you to do now. Or it's not something that is, looked at as appropriate. So do not rush into marriage. Do not rush into having kids. I did not rush. I took all the time that I wanted. And by the time that I had a child, I was married and ready because I had done everything I wanted to do already, mostly. So make sure you're at that point where you've done so much, you have so much, behind you that a kid is not going to impact your life in a negative way. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, because I know a lot of women and they come to me for consultations and they admit to me, and this is the sad part because I have them on speakerphone sometimes, and Layla heard, they weren't ready for those kids and they don't, they just wanted to trap the man, but the man ended up leaving anyway, and now they don't even want the child. I did forget my blush. Thank you. So, see, that's why I need y'all. So they were like, oh, I don't know. I don't want my child anymore because the baby daddy didn't come back. You remember that, Layla? I think I'm going to give him up for adoption. I'm thinking it's a baby, right? I'm like, how old is your child? 5? Dang. It's like that, huh? Okay. You never wanted kids? I didn't either, but when I had them, I was glad I had them. Because they totally changed everything in my life. Like, I'm glad I had kids because it changed my perspective and my priorities on a lot of things. Your former trainer lost his job because he has 2 kids and has to share a car with his wife. Oh my God. My God. Okay. You want to be a teen mom? No, why? I understand it accidentally becoming a teen mom, but wanting to be one on purpose? I don't understand that logic. Can somebody explain that to me? Yeah, back in the old days, people had a lot of kids because they could all get jobs and contribute to the family, or they worked farms or something. So, and then a lot of people died early back then. So you had 9 kids, you might have 4 left after everybody died and whatever. So now it's not like that anymore. You had a son at 41. Okay, wow. It's not a teen pregnancy, so good for you. And you had time to live your life. You need to see my Snapchat looks. What's my Snapchat, Layla? Hold on, I think it's. Let me look at it and I'll show you guys. What is my Snapchat? Okay, here's my Snapchat, you guys. It's Shiva 7 or El Padua 11. And sometimes I don't snap every day, but sometimes I do. Okay, y'all want to see this outfit? It's not really what I would call glamorous. In fact, it's not glamorous at all. It's very boho, natural, flowy look. I don't care, look. I'm so bougie, I can wear whatever I want. Because These are $200 jeans. Look, okay. That's what it is. So this is what I have on. I don't know. I was gonna change because I don't know. And then I have on my Tory Burch flip-flops. And I have on this necklace that I got yesterday with these earrings, and it says above average. And then this see-through blue navy kimono, and then like this tank top under it. It's great. It's really blah. But I'm trying to look like that today on purpose. Okay. I would never wear this in the evening going out anywhere, ever, unless I'm going to the movies with my kids. This is just a lounge around make. It's not a sexy outfit. It's a mom outfit, you guys. So, who wants a teen daddy? Nobody, shoot. So here's my look. I'm gonna spray it, and I'm done. I need to take it out. This drawer's getting stuck. I hate this. I put too much stuff in here, and I need to take some back upstairs. Like this stuff. Where's my spray? I'm gonna try this City Color Matte Setting Spray today. I got this at the beauty supply store. It smells good. Actually, it smells weird. It smells like hair product. But it feels really, it had like a wide spray range. So it got my whole face. Instead of like, it just, I like that. I like it when they have the wide spray ranges. Makes it easier. So, there's my look. Shira 7 is looking like fine wine. Oh, thank you. It's nice, but y'all so silly. Yes, I just used that city. I just used this today. I just used that. Yes. What's up? Do you like it? Have you used it before? I've used it before. It works. Well, it's my second time buying it, so I'm pretty happy. And the wig, someone asked me about how I got the wet look. I just washed it and combed it out. And this is how it turned out. It is I think it's Brazilian Remy. And yeah. I think it's in the color 2 or natural or something like that. Or something like that. It's the dark brown color. So, did I take some elixir this morning? I sure did. I took some last night before I went to bed. Well, this morning before I took a nap. And again, after I had breakfast. Yes, that's El Padua 11, not 1. That's my Snapchat. Here, I'll type it. Or just type in Shira 7. It might pop up too. How am I feeling? I feel energetic. I only slept for 2.5 hours. I don't know right nails. I don't know. I didn't get to dream, but I was really I was between daydreaming and real dreaming. Conscious dreaming. I don't know because I didn't sleep long. I only slept barely for 2 hours. So I don't I don't know. I was working. I was super busy. I worked through the whole night. I was online, and then when I was getting ready to go to bed, the sun was up. Then I slept for about 2 hours, barely, like that very light sleep where you're still conscious, but your eyes are closed. Then I woke up because somebody was texting me, and I just went right back to doing what I was doing. Um, mhm. Okay, from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's okay. I'll keep that in mind. And you know what? You know why I don't need a lot of sleep? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna take y'all out of here because I'm tired of being in here. I'm gonna take y'all with me. I don't need a lot of sleep because I don't do a lot of things. Does that make sense? Like I don't work. Like I don't go to anyone's job. I haven't done anything strenuous. I'm not, the only thing I'm doing is but basically social media and driving if I go do anything. So I don't really use up a lot of energy. So I don't need like tons of sleep. You know what I'm saying? But if I, oh, I don't know my rate today. If I was, you know, if it was during the school year and I was going to the gym, picking them up, dropping them off, and doing what I do, I probably need more sleep. So I don't expend a lot of energy. So I don't really need. I would rather have had like 4 hours of sleep than 2. But it is what it is. So I'm fine with that. It is what it is. Hi, kitty. So I'd rather have slept more, but since I didn't, I think I'm still good though. Turn this TV down. Look at Rudy go. Hi, kitty. Okay, Sauce, you can go brush your teeth, baby. I know, right? Okay. Down here. On the stairs. She's the baby. She's the baby. Oh, Sauce, will you turn on the light for me? Because it's dark. Turn the light. All right, y'all. I'm going to go on my other channel for a few minutes before I take them. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And thank y'all for subscribing to this channel as well. This looks cheap as hell because it was like $2. ShopMissA.com, baby. I am hungry, but I have to lose 25 pounds in 2 weeks. That's too much. Why do you have to? You get paid to lose that much weight? Because that's the only way that would ever work for me if I was getting paid to do it. 25 pounds in 2 weeks, you're not going to be a happy person. Are you getting paid? Thank you. What's my favorite food? Chocolate. Chocolate, dark. I love chocolate. Can't live without chocolate. You could lose 25 pounds in 2 weeks, but you're gonna be mad, angry, and I would say It's very easy, but you're gonna have to basically starve. You'd have to lose 2 pounds a day, 300 calories a day. That's maybe 400. That's all you can eat if you're trying to lose 25 pounds. And you'd have to be, and it had to be low fat and low carb because if your body is starving, it's gonna hold on to the fat and the carbs if it's in starvation mode. So be careful. Mhm. I didn't say it couldn't be done. I'm just saying. Um, it is dangerous. You could go into what you call it, shock. Your body could go into shock actually. But 14 pounds is 1 pound a day, which is doable. hmm That's extreme. 14 pounds is doable, but it's still extreme. So 25 in 2 weeks, that's like that Beyonce diet. What you gonna do? Liquid? hmm hmm That's dangerous. And you know what? If you haven't lost weight before, like if this is your first time going on a diet in a long time, most of that is gonna be water weight anyway. So if you right. They say the first 30 pounds, like if you have a lot of weight to lose, the first 30 pounds is usually water weight. Then after that, it's fat. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go on my other channel. Be safe, be healthy, and if you feel like you're getting ready to faint, keep some food in your purse. Okay. All right. Bye.